so as promised, today I will be making an updated video about reasons why your hair is falling out and the causes of hair loss. I actually made a video on this topic before, I think way back in 2013, and actually some of you requested that I make an updated version of this just so that you don't have to go back to my ancient videos regarding this topic. So let's begin. Alright, so reason number one why your hair is falling out is genetics. So I did a little bit of research and here is what I found. Hair loss is genetic. The hair loss genes can be passed down by your mother or your father, but usually this is the type of hair loss that is most common to men than women. Now, according to a study by the National Center for Biotechnology Information, a hair loss tendency on both sides of the family is suggestive of a person's predisposition to hair loss, with hereditary accounting for 80% of the condition. Not only can you inherit similar hair loss patterns from your parents, but you can also inherit a sensitivity to DHT. Now, DHT is a male sex hormone that causes hair follicles to thin out and miniaturize over time, which is what leads to male pattern baldness. So your genetics does play a huge role, not only when it comes to hair loss, but also to receding hairline. Now, reason number two is hormonal imbalance. Now, this type of hair loss from hormonal imbalance usually happens to women. A hormonal imbalance can lead to a multitude of annoying health and beauty issues. From adult acne to weight gain, if your hormones are out of whack, the effects will radiate throughout the whole body, and of course, that includes your hair. Hormones play a huge role in regulating the hair growth cycle. An excess of androgens, which could be caused by PCOS or polycystic ovarian syndrome, can cause hair loss because it inactivates hair follicles that would ultimately lead to hair thinning and hair loss. I've heard a lot of girls who have PCOS and they would always tell me that their hair actually falls out a lot, and this is exactly the reason why, and it's due to hormonal imbalance. So that's why for us women, it is so important that we keep our hormones in balance, because not only does it affect your hair, but also it affects your skin, your mood, and your weight. Moving on, number three, stress. Stress and hair loss can be related. It says here that 3 types of hair loss that can be associated with high levels of stress are telogen effluvium. Now, in telogen effluvium, significant stress pushes large numbers of hair follicles into a resting phase. So if you have alopecia or if you have PCOS, stress can really trigger that condition, and then it can make your hair fall worse. And also I found out that actually if you have depression or if you've gone through traumatic experiences in your life, it says here that you'd notice that you may experience more hair fall than usual since your body is in deep stress. And sometimes it's not just the physical stress that you're feeling, but it's also the mental stress that you're feeling. That's why it says here that the psychological states of depression, such as low mood, discouragement, low self-esteem, and feeling drained, can be a factor in reducing the hair growth phase, leading to hair loss. Reason number 4, and that is water. It says here that hard water in cities is the major cause of hair loss. It contains high amount of magnesium, silica, and calcium, which leads to breakage, dryness, and thinning out of hair. Hard water also leads to dandruff and destroys your hair follicles. Okay, number 5 reason is anemia or iron deficiency. It says here that if you do not have enough iron in your body, you may develop a condition called iron deficiency anemia. This can cause your hair to shed. So this is exactly why I take in my iron supplements days before my period comes, because it really does help a lot with my hair. Now, the only good thing about this type of hair loss is that it does not scar your hair follicles. And this is promising for regrowth because it means that the follicles are not severely damaged and may be able to grow hair again. Okay, so the next reason is vitamin deficiency. Now, if you lack certain vitamins that are essential for hair growth in your diet, you may experience more hair fall. Like, let's say if you lack B12 or vitamin D or vitamin E, vitamin C, or if you lack the whole family of vitamin Bs, those are very essential for hair growth. That's exactly why I am for supplements and I take in supplements, because I know that I'm not eating all of the certain vitamins and nutrients and minerals that would help my hair grow. So that's why I take them through supplements, even though I am eating healthy. All right, so that's that. And number 6 is hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism. I'm not so sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but here's the thing. The thyroid gland helps regulate the body's metabolism by controlling the production of proteins and tissue use of oxygen. Any thyroid imbalance can therefore affect the hair follicles. Also, if hypothyroidism is left untreated, it may result in anemia, which we just discussed before, that anemia can actually cause hair loss, impact your hair growth, and can make your hair fall out. Okay, so the next reason is dramatic weight loss. Now, a steep drop on the scales can impact your tresses. It says here that it takes 6 to 12 weeks after a dramatic weight loss, whether it be intentional or unintentional, hair commonly comes out in excess. When I had an eating disorder before, and my weight just dropped just like that because I dieted like crazy. I was not eating properly, I wasn't getting the right nutrients. That's why it did affect my hair growth, and the quality of my hair as well was really bad at that time. Alright, so the other reason is alopecia areata. Now, alopecia areata is a condition that causes hair to fall out in small patches. The condition develops when the immune system attacks the hair follicles, resulting in hair loss. Alright, so the next one is diets or extreme crash diets. It says here that lack of enough proteins, iron, and other dietary supplements in the human body can cause hair loss. Inadequacy of such nutrients makes our hair thirsty and deprived from their desired nourishment, which eventually makes them fall. Now, I actually noticed this when I was on a vegan diet, and before you all get mad at me, I am not blaming the vegan diet at all, but I've tried all of the types of vegan diet. There's the fruitarian, the raw vegan, high carb, low fat, and it worked well for me in clearing out my skin. But however, I noticed that long term it was actually affecting the quality of my skin, because I noticed that my skin was drying out. I noticed that I have more hair fall. It's because I wasn't eating properly. And also in that diet, I wasn't getting enough iron, B12, and also omega-3, which is very crucial if you want your skin and hair to be healthy. But as I've said, the vegan diet has really helped clear out my skin, but I just don't think that it benefited me long term because it was already affecting my hair. Okay, so the last reason is taking in medication. Now, medications are designed to treat a variety of health conditions, but sometimes they have unwanted side effects, and certain drugs can contribute to excess hair growth, changes in hair color or texture, or hair loss. And I'm just gonna read to you all of the medications that their side effects can cause hair loss. Number 1 is acne medications containing vitamin A. Number 2, antibiotics and antifungal drugs. Number 3, antidepressants, birth control pills, anti-clotting drugs, cholesterol-lowering drugs, drugs that suppresses the immune system, drugs that treats breast cancer and other cancers, epilepsy drugs, high blood pressure medication, hormone replacement therapy, mood stabilizers, Parkinson's disease drugs, steroids, thyroid medications, and weight loss drugs. So as I said, those are the types of medications that can actually make your hair fall out. Alright, so that is it, you guys. That was a lot, but sometimes it's really good to know the cause of your hair loss, just so that you could have the right treatment for your hair problems. So that is it, you guys. I hope you all found this video helpful, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up and also share it to a friend if you found this content valuable, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!